Going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Breakfast with Perkins. I'm, of course, your host, Perkins. We'll just jump right into it. One thing I wanted to talk about were 5 games of 2026 that I am six games. 6 games that I am absolutely excited for that aren't GTA. Now, I'll start off by saying, obviously, GTA, that's the game I'm most excited for. Obviously, it's going to be an event. When that does release, people are going to call into work. They're going to miss school. It's going to be a big deal. I can't think of any other game that has had or will have this kind of hype as GTA 6. It's going to be insane in the gaming world once that releases. But I think everyone is ready for GTA 6 to come out. It's about goddamn time. We've milked the hell out of 5 for as much as we could, and I think it's time we move on and welcome GTA 6. So I'll go through a list of 5 games I'm excited for 2026. For whatever I said 5, it's actually 6. I'm just gonna get right into it because apparently I can't talk. So first game is going to be 007 First Light. For those who don't know, 007 First Light is going to be made by IO Interactive, the same company that gave us Hitman. Now, as I've stated last week and many times on this channel, I absolutely love Hitman. I would say in terms of game series, Hitman is in the top 5 for sure. Now, I didn't get into Hitman until the new trilogy. I did just purchase Absolution, Blood Money, and some other ones. They were on Steam for, cheap, uber cheap. It's like, I'll go ahead and, it's nice to know where you came from in order to get to where you got, see how the progression has happened. So 007 First Light, made by them. I will rock with IO Interactive for as long as I can, but obviously, as the title says, it's 007. And I don't know what's going on. I looked on Netflix and they're adding all the 007s on there. Is there like a huge 007 push? Surely it can't be because of the game. Or maybe, I have no idea, but it just seems really coincidental with timing and stuff. There was a couple of 007 games that I had played on the PlayStation 2, I think it might have been. I can't remember. It was Pierce Brosnan on the cover of the game, so whenever he was James Bond, but those were the ones I played, and those were fun. I haven't played anything like that since, but IO Interactive, I'm assuming it's going to have that Hitman DNA, and then coupled with 007, I'm really excited for that. That should be really good. So we'll see. IO Interactive seems to have their formula down, much like Rockstar does. They seem to have their formula down. They know what works. They know what doesn't work. Knows what don't work. Knows what. I can't sleep. I'm making this. It is currently 8:30 right now. I just got off work and I'm on no sleep right now. I work nights, so yeah, I got off at 6 a.m. and your boy's dead tired, but I wanted to make this. I got a new fire in me when it comes to the podcast now. Can you even call it a podcast? I guess so. The show, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, IO Interactive, real excited for that. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully it's good. I think it'll be good. I think we're in for a treat. Number 2 is going to be Fable. Fable has been around since God was a boy. God, the first Fable, I originally got into, it was Fable the Lost Chapters, which I think was the original Fable with some DLC wrapped in there. And that game sold Fable for me for the rest of life. The whole Jack of Blades and the Sword of Aeons and just kind of like the spells were really cool. I mean, everything was really cool. And that was probably, if you'd classify Fable as like an RPG, I don't know if you would or not. When I think of RPG, I think of Skyrim and Kingdom Come. But yeah, I guess you could say that Fable was kind of my first entrance into RPGs, and ever since then, it was all love from there. I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. This one looks really promising. I saw some screenshots that look really good, and it's made by the same people that made Forza Horizon, if that seems right. Pretty sure that's correct. So that should be interesting, but the game looks amazing. But yeah, Fable's another one that I'm really excited for. It should be real. I just love games I can get lost in, and Fable's one of those games I feel like you can just get lost in. So next one is going to be Forza Horizon 6. Now, I'm a huge car guy. Absolutely love cars. Anything cars I'm into. I've been into car games for God knows how long. Got a Assetto Corsa, and BMG on here that I play regularly. Been playing, I mean, fuck, what, Need for Speed. I mean, cars have been a huge part of my life for as long as I can remember. It's nice to be able to play a game on a chill factor. Whereas, like, if you're playing Assetto Corsa, you're playing iRacing, you're playing BMG, that's like simulation level. You got to be locked in. I don't mind a lock-in. Locking in is good. But Forza Horizon allows you to kind of turn the brain off. It's kind of lighthearted, doesn't take itself serious. And I've been a fan of the first one. If you also don't know, I love EDM. So EDM in cars. The fact that the first Forza Horizon was pretty much just EDM in cars. That's all it was. So I was like, this game's for me. And this one's set in Japan. So I think people in the community have been asking for a Forza set in Japan, a Forza Horizon rather, set in Japan for the longest time, and they're finally doing it. One thing I hope they do, which I'll give credit to Gran Turismo for doing all these years over Forza Horizon, is, or Forza, I know someone's going, it's Forza. Okay, you know what I'm talking about. Is the car selection in Gran Turismo was insane. Insane. I will always give Gran Turismo that. Their car collection was always really awesome. They had a lot of like a top secret Supra, or like the, you know, some weird time attack fucking car that, you know, real bizarre one-off cars that you wouldn't get or see in Forza. The hopes for that are already good. I haven't played a Forza Horizon game that's been shit. So this will be good. And the fact that it's in Japan will be even better. One thing also about me, I also take photography. I take photography. Please bear with me. I do photography. One of my favorite things I'd love to do before I bought a camera is I'd always go into the photo mode on Forza and then take pictures in there. And they looked really awesome. They turned out really well. And actually, that's one reason why I'm super hyped for Forza Horizon 6 is because the photo mode and doing that in Japan should yield some pretty cool results. So I'm really excited for that. Number 4 would be Yakuza Kiwami 3 and the Dark Ties DLC. I had never played Yakuza until they started, because it was a PlayStation exclusive, if I remember correctly. It was a PlayStation exclusive, and then Xbox started getting like weird Sony titles. And I have a really bizarre obsession with organized crime, whether it be Italian mob or Italian American mobs or Russian mafias or Asian, Japanese Yakuza or Chinese triads, whatever it may be, Mexican MS. I have a real weird fascination with organized crime. So I'll give this Yakuza game a go. And I fell in love with it. That is one of my favorite series. I fell out of love with the series once they started doing that. You can kind of play as anyone type thing. And then also switched to like turn-based. I wasn't a fan of turn-based, which is interesting. Someone said, you like Pokemon though, don't you? And I said, I loved Pokemon as a kid. They go, that's turn-based. For some reason, that didn't click with me until recently. And I was like, I guess I do like turn-based games. But I haven't played like Final Fantasy. I refused to play any of the older Final Fantasies because I didn't like for some reason, turn-based on a console hits different than turn-based on a handheld. I don't know why. That's just me. But yeah, I don't know why that is. But this one obviously is just going to be a complete redo of the original Yakuza title. Is it 3? Kiwami 3, because there was Yakuza, I forget how it works, but it's a remake, and then it has that DLC or the additional content in there with it, and that should be really good. I'm really excited for that. Plus, I like Kiryu. I think he's a really dope character. And actually, I tried to get, because this is the one where he's looking after the orphanage, if I remember correctly. And I tried getting into it, and after playing the first ones, I couldn't get into it because it felt so like they redid Kiwami, was it 0, 1, and 2? And now this is 3, but the first ones were so modernized compared to the old one that now having the modernized version of I'm tripping over my words, but it's fine. Bear with me. So that'd be really fun. And this additional content will be really cool too. Kiryu-chan and Majima Goro was one of my favorite characters. I still don't know how to say how he went from, he was calm and chill when he was running what was it? What was it? He was like a hospitality hostess guy. and then he became Mad Dog, and then, you know, just went complete ape shit, was trying to attack Kiryu from like every which way and hiding under big ass cones and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm really excited to get back in the Yakuza stuff. So, and number 5, something completely new that looks really good was Clockwork Revolution. I saw this at the Xbox showcase when they had that, was that last year or whatever it was. And that game stood out to me. Kind of had like a Dishonored, BioShock-y kind of feel, but it seemed like there was a lot of different choices you could make and stuff like that, and it looks really good. I don't know too much about it, but it just looks really good. They had a video, I think it was gameplay. It was more of like a dialogue cutscene, but it looked really good. I feel like that game has real promise. So yeah, we'll wait and see on that. We'll see what happens. That game does look really good, but yeah, those are 5 games that I'm super excited for. Another bonus game that I am kind of looking forward to, not to play, but to see other people play it, would be Fatal Frame 2. Fatal Frame 1 was a PlayStation game, super fucking scary. Compared to like today's games and stuff, it's nothing too crazy, but back in the day, it was fucking scary. You're a Japanese girl, you got no weapons, you have a camcorder, and you can only like see the spirits through the camcorder, and so you're like in an old like Japanese old Hokkaido building or something. I don't know, it's really weird. And they made a second one, Fatal Frame 2. And I don't play horror games. I don't like horror games. I know that's bizarre given the fact that I got Baphomet over there, and I got satanic shit all around. I have my Baphomet tattoo. Like, I love dark and satanic things. If you said let's go do a seance in the graveyard, I'd be like, yeah, fuck it, let's go do it. But horror films and like scary paranormal movies and games, I can't do. I don't know why that is. Real life, I got no problem. Gaming and movies is just a weird no-go, but I can watch it. I love watching people's reactions for it, so that'll be really good. And I'm also excited for that. So yeah, those are just quick 5 games. What are your guys' thoughts on that? What games are you guys looking forward to, if anything? You know, some people may not even be interested in anything that's coming out. So, you know, we'll definitely see. Also, real quick here, I got one of these retro handhelds for my birthday. What's really crazy is my mom got me this. I've never brought this up to her. I never brought it up. Didn't mention it. Not even a whisper of it. But I was looking at them. And she got me one. I was like, that's really crazy. You got that for me. And there's been nothing that would let her know that I was looking at it. Anyway, obviously that runs on emulators and ROMs. Aren't those it's essentially like downloading music from like Napster or BearShare. I'm dating myself, or Kazaa or something like that. I don't know how China's able to get away with that, but I love it. And I'm happy that they have. I guess like also China also doesn't give a fuck. I mean, it's the country of you know, fakes and replicas and stuff like that. So who knows? I don't usually do gaming handhelds, only for the simple fact that if I'm out and about, I'm in the moment, you know. But I'm traveling. I'll be in Arizona with, actually this releases, I'll be in Arizona, so I'll play this and all the games on my flight out there to and from. I'll eventually get a Steam Deck, and then I'm going to get a tablet to do editing and stuff like that. But that'll hold me over, so I'm very happy with that. It has everything on there, by the way. It's got everything up through, I think, the 7th gen of consoles. The games on the 7th gen, they're kind of hit or miss. I played Crash Bandicoot on there, and which generation was PlayStation 1 and Xbox? Or PlayStation 2? I forget which generation's which, but I played Crazy Taxi on there. Had some frame rate drops, and then I played Crash Bandicoot, no drops. So that era of gaming is kind of hit or miss with games, just depending on how demanding they are on the handheld itself. But everything prior, anything like your Game Gears, your obviously Ataris, your Game Boy Colors, your whatever it is, those run flawlessly. And I think there's like 40,000 games on there, so it'll be fun to go through and relive my childhood. Because I actually have my other Game Boy right over there. I always keep that. It just says Pokemon in it. Usually use it when I'm on the shitter. I've had it on here before, but yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So that'll be, actually I'll do a review on this. I got a couple things I got to review. This right here, and then I also got a new lens. As you guys know, I do photography, and I have this Canon 70-200 LZ lens. Now, to non-photography people, you guys won't give a fuck. But this is a bad boy. This is a not in a bad way. It's a motherfucker. It's awesome. I think it'd be kind of cool to give a review on this, not as like an influencer, not as like a professional, I only take photos, but just as a normal everyday guy, to do a review on this. So I'll do that too. But I've rambled long enough. I've taken up enough of your guys' time. I will catch you guys on the flip. I'll be in Arizona when this releases. I'll make an episode out there too. Probably talk. Actually, I got more things I'd like to see from gaming in 2026. So be on the lookout for that. I appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe, comment, talk shit in the comments. Do what you got to do. I appreciate you guys. Peace.